Yeah, this team makes no sense. But look at this damage, baby.
Oh, shit! Alright!
I will have order.
Zhongli or Dongli is a Geo Archon and one of the best Geo shielders in the game. This character fits in so many teams. This is gonna be a challenge for me. Let's get first into his details. Now, forget everything here and just focus on your HP. This is gonna be the most important stat. Zhongli is going to be a shield bot for most of, if not any time he's on a team. He helps the most when he's able to shield and get off the field as quick as he can. So any stats that I do recommend, it's going to be HP. For his weapons, you actually have a few that you can go for. If you're using a physical DPS Zhongli, you're insane, but you can use Crescent Pike. For shield support, Black Tassel is his best, and for burst support, Staff of Homa. For your artifacts, there's actually a few builds that you can go for. The physical DPS one, shield support, or burst support. I'm using a completely different kind of build for Zhongli. This is just my build. You can follow it if you want to. First up is physical DPS. You're going to be using a 4-piece Pale of Flame. For your main stats for physical, you're going to be using attack percentage or an HP percentage sands, goblet, physical damage, and circlet, radar crit damage. For your shield support, you're using a 4-piece Tenacity and Millilith. And for all your main stats, HP percentage, baby. We love it. For your burst support, you're using an emblem of Sever Fate. For your main stats, attack percentage or HP, goblet, geo damage, and circlet, crit rate, or crit damage. As you can see with my build, I'm using a completely different kind of build. I'm using a hybrid. I will say it helps me a lot. It's not the best build, but it does the job. Now, constellation-wise, I'm gonna be real, there's really no good constellations with Zhongli. Any other constellations of note is in C1. This helps a lot in Geo teams. It's definitely a very weak constellation list. It's not the best constellations ever. Talent-wise, you are gonna be focusing on your skill and your burst. For your physical DPS, you're gonna be focused on your normal attacks. Now, in my personal opinion, the most important thing that you should be focused on is going to be your skill. Shield absorption rate, you need that. You do need that. Oh yeah, look at that shield absorption rate. Oh yeah. For his first passive talent, he just gains more shield absorption rate, which is cool. His next passive talent, his damage will be increased by how much HP he has. And his last passive talent refunds the ore when crafting polar type weapons. So yeah, I mean, like, if I'm so far in this game, I don't need this, but yeah, it's cool. Let's talk about his team comps. Oh boy. I'm gonna be real. There's a lot of team comps I gotta talk about. I'm only gonna be stating out 4 in which teams he's actually the best in. No other. Just 4 team comps, that's it. Because I could go on, and this is gonna be a long video. His first team comp, and the team comp that I use the most in Abyss, this is my favorite team comp of all time. It is the Hu Tao Vaporized team. Zhongli able to shred, Xingqiu for the Hydro application bonus, and Yelan for the damage bonus. This team is getting a 10 out of 10. This is my favorite team of all time. Next up is a Zhao team. Now, the reason why Jean is here is that I have her at C4, but if you don't have Jean at C4, you can choose a Faderzan. Anyways, this team is really good and probably one of the best teams for Zhao as it's the most competent. Zhongli is able to shred, Bennett's able to give that attack buff, and Jean is able to Nemo shred too. Reason why Zhongli's on here is that, well, Zhao doesn't have any hit resistance in the air. So if he gets hit in the air, he goes flying, man. It's not fun. So you're basically forced to run a shield here. This team is getting a 8 out of 10. Next up is a Eula team. If you don't have Eula, you can use a Fremine if you want to. This team is the most pay-to-win team ever, but the fact that it works. Raiden Shogun is built to battery. Shenhe is able to physical shred and also give orbs to Eula, and Zhongli is able to give that shield and also shred if Shenhe's not able to do that. This team is getting a 8.5 out of 10. And last up is a Yoimiya team. I've actually tested this out quite a lot in the past, and I still do think this is a relatively good team. Yelan is able to give that attack boost and apply Hydro. Bennett's able to give that attack boost also, and Zhongli is able to shred. This team is getting a 9 out of 10. And that's been my Zhongli guide. Man, I do love The Rock. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.